Dr. Sham Sheth is the host of an unprecedented global initiative dedicated to the Hindu consciousness, which is coming up here in Chicago in September, the second World Hindu Congress. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
How significant is this event?
Oh, this is really honor for us, and it's a great historic event taking place in Chicago. After Swami Vivekananda, the one I said here, he visited Chicago to address Parliament of World Religion in 1893.
Okay.
After that, this is a significant event taking place in the Chicago, which will make Hindus proud around the world, across the USA, and certainly in Chicago.
So this was one of the reasons why Chicago is the host.
Yes, it is definitely. It's 125 years ago, the incident took place in Chicago.
And where was the first World
The first
Congress?
World Hindu Congress took place in New Delhi, India in 2014, where about 1,800 delegates came from about 53 countries.
On the first one. And are you planning a third one?
Yes, the third Congress will be in Thailand, 2022. Every 4 years it goes.
Will you take part in the organization of it or no?
Yes.
Nevertheless, where are you based? In Chicago or?
The organization?
No, you.
Me? I'm based in Chicago.
You're based in Chicago.
Yes.
But you will take part in the, even in the third.
Yes, I will.
Which will
Yes,
be in
in 2022
okay.
in Thailand.
And how many delegates do you expect
We
this time around?
were expecting about 1,800 delegates for this Congress,
1800.
but we have surpassed that number by almost 2,200.
So you have more delegates already than you initially expected.
That is true.
Well, that's a good sign.
Very good sign. And people are still calling in. They want to reserve the seats, and we don't have really seats to give it to them now in such a situation.
Why do you think people have such a big interest in
Affinity towards Swami Vivekananda's celebration of 125 years.
And anniversary?
Yes, anniversary. And also at the same token, the Hindus are coming together on the common platform, common agenda for the well-being of the society. That's another thing, important thing.
So it's kind of a unification of Hindu people?
Unification of Hindu people.
All right. And do you expect any celebrities?
Yes, for this Congress we are expecting Honorable Dalai Lamaji will be coming in to address the Congress. Then we have some people from different religious organizations like Art of Living, Sri Ravi Shankarji, he is coming.
Okay.
Then from Bharat or India, Mohanji Bhagwat, he will be coming in. Also, we have another one is Chinmaya Missions, Swami Swarupananda, he is coming in. Richard Gere, most probably he will be coming in also.
Well, many people know that Richard Gere is following the Buddhist religion.
Yes, he does follow the Buddhist religion, but as I said in our previous talk, that Buddhist religion and Hindu religion, they have very common things together. So the philosophy of Buddhist comes from the Hinduism.
So Dalai Lama is the leader of the Buddhism.
Yes.
And Richard Gere is following Buddhism, but what you're saying is that that's not accidental, because Buddhism and Hinduism have common roots.
Common roots, yes, absolutely. They are common roots. They're coming from Sanatana Dharma,
Okay.
everlasting religion. So these are the Hinduism, then Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism.
Is Hinduism one of the biggest religions in India?
Sikhism, yes.
No, Hinduism.
Hinduism is the largest religion in India.
The largest one.
Yes.
Well, percentage-wise,
About 70 to 80% of the population of India is Hindus.
70 to 80
Yes.
is the overwhelming majority.
Yes.
And what other big religions can you mention?
Islam is there. Besides all this Sanatana Dharma religion, Islam and Christianity, they both
Okay.
are there. You know, there I will say about 3 to 4% of the population is Christians, and about 10 to 12% of the population is Islam.
Can we say that there are any common, I wouldn't say rules, but common moral values between all the major religions in the world?
See, none of the religions says anything bad about anybody. That's number one.
Okay.
Everybody teaches to be good person, good being, good for the society, good for the community, all those things. Hindu religion, actually, if you see, you must have heard the stories, oh, there are so many gods and this and that, you know. But Hindus, they believe all flowers, all animal kingdom, plant kingdom, human beings, they find a soul everywhere.
They believe that there is a soul in animals,
Yes, absolutely.
all kind of animals.
Any animal for that matter. Everybody has a soul. So,
Okay.
actually, what happens, that soul eventually is liberated and goes to the super soul. That's what the belief is in Hindu system.
Super soul is where?
Super soul is, the whole universe is formed with the big soul, super soul. That's what it is.
Okay.
And this souls, when our passing from this planet Earth, that soul is liberated, and our goal is to join the super soul so that we will not come back again planet Earth.
So if I correctly understand, all animals and people as separate species are just a go through a transitional period where at the end of their lives they join one common super soul.
Yeah, depending on their karmas. If you believe in
the
karma
karma.
theory, yes, that's what it happens. Actually.
Okay, so what is the role of karma in this process?
Actually, good deeds in your lifetime.
Okay.
That's basically what it is. What good deeds you have done in your lifetime, that's how your soul is liberated, and that's how you try to...
This affects this process.
It's a process.
Eventually joining the super soul.
Super soul, that's right.
Well, that's I get the logic, and it has great logic in that, and that's a very difficult thing to organize such a huge event. Who helps in the organization?
There are a lot of organizations are involved locally here. We have about 250 volunteers involved for the last year.
250 volunteers.
Volunteers involved.
Well, that's
yeah.
That's
and then we have people from all over the United States, different group, different cities. They are coming forward. They are helping. There are people from UK. They are coming forward. There are certainly people are there from India. They are coming forward to help and make this grand success.
Do you have any financial support?
We are our own. People themselves they are supporting. There is no money coming from any organization or anything like that. But individual people are donating money for the cause.
Do you have your own congressman in, I think, in Hoffman Estates district?
Yes, District 8, Raja Krishnamurthy.
His name was
Raja Krishnamurthy.
Krishnamurthy, and I think this district covers.
This event is taking place in the same district.
In his district, and I guess he's also helping you with the organization.
Yes, he will be also speaking at the Congress also, in the political forum of the Congress.
Is he helping you in the...
Yes, whatever logistic things are needed for us,
and he'll be one of the speakers?
He is going to be speaker.
That's great to know. And what will be the main topics on the agenda?
This World Hindu Congress actually is a combination of different conferences, mini conferences you can call.
And what are their
For example, Hindu World Economic Forum is one of the conferences.
The economic conference.
Yes, media conference.
Media.
Education conference.
Well, what is included in the media conference?
Media conference. Now, there are certain things in the media conference that will interest you.
Yeah.
Actually, how the media plays a role in giving a right picture for the Hinduism, number one. Because so many, there should not be biased reporting in the media.
Oh.
Social media.
You're monitoring for any biased and wrong reporting.
We don't want to have unnecessary wrong reporting done. So there are some activities are there. They're working on with this cause also.
Okay.
Then social media, nowadays you can get all kinds of things on social media. Make sure that social media is done properly, reporting is done properly. Okay. Same thing on the TVs, journalism, print media, all those things.
So include all kinds of media, mainstream media, social media,
ethnic media,
all
kinds of media.
Well, that's great. And what are the rest of the committees, forums?
The Women Forum is there.
Okay.
Then Media Forum, as I mentioned. Then Education is there. Another one is Women Empowerment, and then Youth.
Youth.
Yeah. Well, and organization.
Youth is the future.
Organizations. That's a forum itself for organization. Different organizations, how they can come together, how they can synchronize, how they can help each other.
And they work non-stop. They work all the time.
Work is done all the time.
And every 4 years?
Every 4 years they meet together. All these organizations, they work.
During this World Congress?
This World Congress. They report.
That's a great concept, and it reminds me to the World Soccer Championship, which also takes place every 4 years.
Every 4 years, correct.
Yeah, as we know now, we have
looking for Croatia and France. We are looking
Croatia and France, and you're rooting for?
Croatia.
You're rooting for Croatia. You're rooting for the underdog.
Yes.
That's great. And how would you briefly define the mission of the Second World Hindu Congress?
Actually, the World Hindu Congress provides a global platform to Hindus to come together, connect, share the ideas, then also connect each other, and then try to have impact for the common goods in the society.
For the common well-being.
Yeah, common
Not
well-being.
only for Hindus,
No, for everybody,
but
society.
for people around them.
See, Hinduism is, there's a big thing in Hindu scriptures, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. It means whole world is a family. That's what we believe in. There is nothing like only this part or that part or this region, that
So
region.
they're not ignoring certain groups
No,
of
nothing.
people.
Everybody belongs to the whole world is a unity.
Well, that makes sense because you just told me that in the religion says that every living creature has a soul. So
Yes, right.
it makes sense what you're saying.
Yeah. So that's what.
So you respect every living creature,
everybody.
not only
Yeah.
different
That's the
types
reason.
of people.
Yes. And actually, we have offered so many things to different goddesses in the Hindu religion. The different flowers, different animals, and as a vehicle for them. That's
Okay.
because of this kind of a thing.
And what is your take on the economic and political partnerships between India and the United States?
Between India and the United States, economic-wise, there's a trade imbalance is there quite a bit in favor of United States. But both the governments are working in that direction, and India needs a lot of defense supplies from United States also.
Defense supplies,
right?
okay.
So they are having good terms with India, and India is having good terms with United States.
You have, I think, the American ambassador in the United Nations is of Indian origin.
Yes, she's Nikki Haley, governor of South Carolina.
Nikki Haley,
Yes.
is she helping in this process?
She is not directly involved, but she is a liaison.
She recently was in India.
She was in India about a month ago or so. She visited.
What was the purpose of her mission?
The mission was just to have some kind of a cordial relationship between United States and India.
Okay.
That was the main goal for her visit.
Is she successful?
Yes, she was successful, actually.
That's great. And let's educate our viewers about the Indian population nationwide here in the United States and here locally in Chicagoland.
In America, all United States, about 4 million or so
4 million.
Indian population is there. In America, Chicagoland area, I'll say about 250 to 300 Indian people are living here.
Great. And from what you know, what are the main industries and areas where people, where Indians usually work?
One of the biggest industry Indians work here is the IT industry.
IT.
Number 2 is hospitality industry. There
What do you
are
mean
hotels
by
and motels and
hotels and motels?
Yeah, that's another big industries work with.
Percentage-wise?
I'd say about close to 40% plus.
So 40% of the hotels and motels in the United States are owned by Indians?
Indian community.
That's a great share.
Yeah, it's a great community, yes. And on healthcare, that's another industry where Indians are involved into. And to a certain extent, some other businesses like gas stations or some other engineering projects.
But these are like small percent.
Yeah, very small percentage of that.
Okay. And what is the registration procedure for the delegates for the Second World Hindu Congress?
The registration can be done on the website, and
there's a form.
There's a form. Download the form, or you can just go directly on the website. You can put your information, what is required there, make a payment by the visa.
What is the fee per delegate?
$350 for the men and $250 for the women. That's what the fee is.
So you put women in a more favorable position.
Yes, the women, they complain about this. That why are we getting,
The women complain?
The women complain. We want to.
Doesn't make sense. They're getting their fees
but
are
still
less.
They say we are equal to the men, so we should not be undercharged. We are ready to pay whatever is everybody is paying.
Oh, and they want to be equal with men.
Yeah, but
but
we are looking for another part of the world also, women coming in. So just to make it favorable to them also.
Oh, I understand. I understand that. And maybe one of the most important questions: where can people get updates and information about the Second World Hindu Congress?
What's going to happen actually, the opening ceremony of the World Hindu Congress and closing ceremony of the World Hindu Congress, they will be live streamed, broadcasted.
Only the opening and the closing?
Closing.
What about the
other sessions are going to be on social media.
Social media?
Yes, they will be streaming on social media. All 3.5 days will be on social media. Everything.
That's great, because in social media you can get also feedback.
Yes, that is possible. That
yeah,
you can,
that's possible because
yes,
social
yes,
media,
social media
it allows
yes.
that.
They can ask questions also, some, whatever their concerns are.
That's
there.
the
Yes.
best place to get
Yes.
feedback, one of the best places.
Yes, that is possible.
So you're using social media like YouTube?
YouTube is there.
So
yes.
video social media.
Yes.
And you have a dedicated website.
Dedicated website is there where people can get all the information on what is it, who speakers are there. There are 235 speakers are coming for this Congress from around the world.
So there will be 35 speakers.
235.
235.
Yes.
Well,
And they are,
how will you be
there.
able to handle this for how many days? 3 days?
3 days.
Well, that's not. It doesn't seem like enough time for so many
But
speakers.
seven conferences are there, mini, and all the 7 conferences they will have every day 4 sessions.
Yeah.
So all these people will be speaking in different slots at particular time.
That's a great volume of work.
Yeah. So,
For the good and the benefit of Hindu people and for the whole population.
Yes.
Based on your concept. And so basically, as you said, you don't have enough available seats already, and we have so much time left until the beginning of the Congress. But people who cannot physically attend because of your limitations can watch the developments during the live streams of the opening ceremony, the closing ceremony, and
social media.
All the rest of
all
them
the
in the social media.
Yes.
In Facebook?
Facebook, yes.
Mainly in Facebook.
Facebook.
That's great. That's really should be very exciting for all the Hindu people here in Chicago and all over the world. I thank you very much for coming on the program.
Thank you very much for giving me opportunity to come down here and have a chat with you.
Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to working with you in the future.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.